Should airlines pay more compensation for cancelled flights? Airports are expected to see their busiest weekend since the start of the pandemic as the Easter holidays get into full swing, but there's been chaos as usual at the airports like Heathrow, Birmingham and Manchester. Today alone, more than 100 flights were cancelled. The chief executive of a civil aviation authority called on service providers to set out their schedules on a basis that is deliverable given available staff. So I'm asking, should airlines pay more compensation for cancelled flights? I'm joined now by Simon Calder. He's the travel editor at The Independent, who's live from Heathrow. Looks like you're going somewhere nice, Simon. Where are you off to anyway?
Tomorrow I'm off to beautiful Milan Malpensa, if my flight isn't cancelled, like 68 British Airways flights today, another 42 at least EasyJet. So BA, for instance, in the next hour, they've cancelled not just flights to Germany, to Berlin and to Glasgow, but also a holiday flight to Larnaca. So that's going to cheese off, unfortunately, a lot of families. Similarly, EasyJet, they've cancelled flights to, would you believe, Amsterdam and also to Belfast tonight. And there's just shed loads of cancellations tomorrow coming in, particularly on holiday flights to Ibiza, Menorca, Nice on EasyJet. They're going out of Gatwick. But the thing is, the airlines can't really hide from the compensation that they are supposed to be giving. They do pretend that oh, nothing to see here. They do not do exactly what they're supposed to do, which is say, no, really sorry, your flight's been cancelled. We owe you a flight on any airline we can find. We owe you cash compensation. And I think it's about time that the Civil Aviation Authority actually thought, well, OK, let's just do something about that, because, frankly, it's not good enough that we've got the airlines cancelling flights wholesale at a time when families need to get away, and they're just saying, well, sorry, staff shortage, COVID. That's not an excuse for everything.
Why are there so many flights cancelled? One or two maybe, but so many. What's their reasoning?
Well, they just say we've got unexpectedly high levels of COVID, and therefore the flight schedules that we were planning to do, we can't do. Actually, people like Manchester Airport are being much more honest. They're saying we let loads of great people go during the pandemic, and we literally haven't got enough staff to cope with the number of passengers we've got. So the boss of the civil aviation of Manchester Airports Group, Charlie Cornish, actually this morning came out and said, yeah, we're really sorry. It's going to be horrible. Get to the airport 3 hours ahead, because otherwise we can't guarantee you're going to make your flight. And things are going to get better, Nana. They're going to get better, I think, by about May. But of course, that is little consolation for the families who are desperately wanting to get out now.
They deliberately sort of oversubscribe the flights because then that way, you know, if somebody doesn't show up, they've got people to take their place. Is that something that happens?
No, well, overbooking, actually, when it's done properly, is absolutely fine. There is no problem at all with airlines selling more tickets than there are seats available, although that does, I agree, sound a little odd. But it's not like the theatre or whatever, but generally people do no show. And as long as the airlines do exactly what they are required to do, and that is to hand out money to people to bribe them not to take the flight if the overbooking doesn't work out, that's absolutely fine. But again, it's the airlines not properly coping with the what they are supposed to do, and I'm afraid that we have not had enough of the regulator coming along and saying, right, airlines, you know what you're supposed to do, jolly well do it. We know that you've lost billions of pounds during the COVID pandemic, but the rules still exist, and you've got to treat your passengers properly.
So the airlines must legally compensate people for cancelled flights. Is that just a full refund, or is that something else?
No. Right. OK, so if your flight is cancelled, then you have every right to say to the airline, you've got to get me there. So let's take that Larnaca flight. The airline has to find some way of getting people to their destination on the same day. And if that means spending hundreds of pounds on a different airline, that's what they have to do. They also have to give you hotel accommodation, they have to give you meals, and they have to pay you cash compensation. That is what they are required to do. If you do decide I'm not going to go, then they give you a full refund on your ticket and they still pay you cash compensation. These rules are designed to incentivise airlines to do the right thing.
Wow. So there's a lot of things they should be doing, they're not. Simon, thank you so much for that. Enjoy your trip to wherever you're going. Larnaca, I think you said. Good luck with that. Take care. They don't want to mess him about. That's Simon Calder. He knows the rules. He's a travel editor at The Independent.